What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Reality Unplugged. I want to thank everybody who has subscribed over the past little bit and all of the comments that I've gotten down in the comment section of my videos. I want you to know that no matter what side we fall on, whether you're telling me you like my videos or insulting me, I really enjoy the conversations we've been getting to have, and I thank everybody for leaving your thoughts. And it gets pretty entertaining, and I really do appreciate the commentary and the back and forth. I'm not going to make a long video tonight because, hallelujah, after dealing with sickness in the family for a couple weeks, and you know how everybody kind of is, you start getting one person sick in the family, everyone gets a little paranoid about being around everybody right now. If you cough in the middle of a crowd, everybody looks at you like you just passed gas. So we have been staying away and kind of just doing what we had to do, but tonight we are going back to church. I cannot wait to be in the house of God and to worship. I've not been able to worship. We've been listening on Marco Polo to all the services, and don't get me wrong, it'll get you through, but I can't wait to be in service tonight and worship with the people of God. And I want to touch on that a little bit tonight before we go on and I start doing more political and current event stuff. I want to push the fact that first off, everybody who gets on here and you read some of my stuff and you listen to me, this is one person's opinion on what this country should be and what's going on. I am not a genius, I am not a political expert, and I am certainly not higher educated. I had somebody tell me in my comments that they were reassuring me that Trump must love me because Trump said he loved the poorly educated. I'm as poorly educated as they come. I just pay attention to my surroundings. But more than that, I want to let everybody on here know this is a faith-based channel. I go on tangents and I give my opinions, but I pray for this channel, I pray for the people who watch this channel, and I want you to know that no matter what side you fall on, God has a place for you. God's got a way that He wants to work in your life. And you can get on here in my comments and talk about being an atheist. I got bad news for you. According to the way I believe, even if you don't believe, God still has a plan for you. And I want to let everyone know that the church is praying for you. The church right now is going into extreme battle prayer for this country. Not to push a side, not to push an agenda, but to push back against some of the dangerous things that are going on. Prayer moves God, and the church is trying to move God right now. So we stand with you, America, not against you, not trying to hold back, because a lot of people say that the church and Christians are trying to hold the nation back from progressing onto what it can be. And that's not it at all. The church is praying for this nation to be the absolute best that it can be. One nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'm sorry that puts us on a different side than some of the progressive agendas. But let's just go ahead and put it all out on the line. We draw a hard line at anything that takes away the life of someone who cannot choose for themselves. I'm talking about abortion, I'm talking about infants. We can't stand for that. I know that it gets murky. I think it's funny that the innocent that can't choose, our progressive friends are okay with murdering them, but a convicted felon who has chosen to do something, they stand against putting them through the death penalty. I don't want to get on that right now. That's a little murkier subject. What I do want to say is, even though we disagree, the church is standing for you, America. We're fighting for you the best way we know how. Those of us that can get out and get involved are trying to get out and get involved, and those who can't get out and get involved are praying for you, praying that you prosper, praying that the next 4 years, 8 years, 10 years, 20 years, on, is the best that you'll ever see, and that you find peace in every way possible. I do want to touch on one thing that I read today. I don't know a lot about Senator Green and everything she's involved with. Somebody left in my comments talking about falling for the conspiracy of QAnon or Canon or whatever it is. I don't know who that is either. I'm not a conspiracy nut who goes hunting down things to try to find conspiracy theories. I simply comment on what I see going on in America. But I will say this. They're gathering together to make senators and congresspeople who don't agree with the leftist progressive agenda and silence them. Basically, honestly make them powerless. It's censorship. And no matter what side of politics you fall on, you need to understand that censorship is bad for everybody. Everyone. Because when things get so murky that you can offend anybody at the drop of a hat, you'll slip up sooner or later. You'll say something insensitive. You'll pull a Nancy Pelosi. You'll tell everybody that you can't use gender descriptions inside of the House of Representatives, and then you'll stand up and introduce yourself as a mother, a daughter, and a wife. You'll slip up. And the thing is, if you get rid of all of us who are speaking out for freedom of speech, whether you agree with what we're saying or not, when you slip up and they come after you, there won't be any of us left to stand up for your right to freedom of speech. And that some people are thinking now that we need limited freedom of speech, because if you say the wrong thing with the wrong misinformation, you might incite violence. Unfortunately, that is a risk you take with freedom. Freedom comes with consequences, and we have to be prepared for that. Because like I said, if you start taking it away, then there'll be nobody left to fight for you when it's time for you. This has been Reality Unplugged. I want to let everybody know we're standing with you. We're praying for you. We're going to the Upper Room Church of God tonight. That's our home church. And we are getting ready to have a great time in the Lord. And I want to let everybody know that we want to see you prosper. All right? If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Drop me a comment down in the comment section. Let's start a conversation. This is the way.